Eli Abyss, somewhere far outside of the city walls, August 14th. Yeah, this is familiar. This is where Backbone ends. This area. August 14th, still alive, believe it or not. No signs of radiation poisoning in either of us. We've been hit by a dust storm, however, but it's manageable and far from as dangerous as we were led to believe. I'm beginning to think that the dangers have been overblown. To be fair, that's to be expected. According to Jorge, no team HQs sent outside the wall has ever returned, which means our research on the area is extremely limited. It also means we're going to be pioneers, even if we return empty-handed. Moody music, wow. Sun's been harsh lately, and it's been a chore to get any work done during the day. That said, I'm enjoying the field work. We don't really stray far away from the dig site. There's plenty of work to do, promising work. Promising, but slow. I get the feeling we're about to come across something big. We're out here until we get results, whatever that means. I'm confident we will. I look at the dig site every day, the pods, the markings. I feel myself wondering whether we should be here. Jorge's less worried. He's out there right now. Today's the day, he told me this morning. He's been saying that all week. I really think the disappointment's starting to take its toll on him. He's pushing too hard, and I feel like he's expecting me to do the same. I'm doing my best to keep up. We're getting there. Progress aside, the past few days have been strange. Jorge mentioned a low hum from the dig site, and we've both been feeling unexplainably uneasy. More likely than not, we've been out here a bit too long and are starting to get a little funny. I think it's our tools that are reacting with the sedimentary chemicals in the pit, but the excavation should be over soon. We'll be fine. After this sprint, I'll be able to sample the dig and continue with sterilization. If we can loosen one of those pods, we might have our ticket back to the city. They seem small enough, unless they go deeper than expected. You could hold one in either arm. Like a small, trophy-sized baby pod. Like a baby. Good thing, too. Not sure how easy it would be to haul anything bigger back to the city, especially with all of our equipment. Hope they bring trucks. I almost forgot. I had to look at some of my previous journal entries today. We've come so far, and I learned so much. I'm astounded by this place, to be frank. Not every day you get to be at the forefront of discovery. Whatever we find, I can't help but think it'll be of great significance. I wonder if they'll name something after us. Suddenly, a shiver runs up your spine and you press the pen firmly against the journal page. Somewhere outside the tent, you swear you can hear Jorge calling out for you. There's another scream, more desperate this time. He sounds distressed. Jorge, what's going on? What kind of animal is this? Is he a stoat? I wish Jorge would tidy up his side of the tent. I'd offer to do it, but we'd never agree to it. Now it's probably not the time to start organizing journals. Where are you, Jorge? I'm coming. Nothing but rocky desert out this way. We're so far from the city I can't even see the wall. So yeah, I forgot, this game takes place in like a post-apocalyptic... It's like the city is Zootopia, but then everywhere around it is the wasteland from Fallout. Jorge, are you alright? Storm or no storm, everything's covered with dust and sand. Can wait, Jorge needs my help. They look like they're handling the dust storm well. Good. Need to clean these once all this settles, or our equipment will struggle. So much stuff, and yet we still don't have everything we need. I'd kill for something fresh to eat. I can handle the wind. The heat is what gets to me. Oh, Jorge's hot. Oh no. But be careful. Most of what's in here hasn't been exposed to the elements for a long time. It's moving, Eli. It's fucking moving. What is? This fucking thing, Eli. Whatever's in the pod, it's slithering. You opened the pod? I'll tell you later. For now, help me get this thing contained. I'm on it. I'll be right back, okay? Move it. I don't know what this thing is, and I don't want to find out while we're out here in the middle of fucking nowhere. Just hang tight. Interesting. I like to think this is totally ridiculous, and it's not accurate, but the game that the aesthetic of this game reminds me the most of is Carrion. So it would be really interesting to to imagine that Carrion takes place in the same world as this game. Got a containment pod. Here, take this container. Okay, I'm gonna twist this thing open again, and when I do, I'm gonna need you to hold the container still. I'll twist it, drop it, and you shut it. You got that? You twist it, drop it, and I shut it. Got it. Here it goes. You better be ready. Twisting it now. Drop the container and shut it. There, got it. Got it. Let me check the pressure. Good. It's in there. Good fucking work, Jorge. You too. We did all right. It's contained now. What now? Same as always, I guess. We log it. You should probably give HQ a call. After that, I don't know. You doing okay? I'm fine. I just need to process. You do that. I'll get the radio going. Go on then. I'm gonna take a breather. Good job, Jorge. I mean it. He's so hot. How are you holding up? I don't know. I need to gather my thoughts. What do you make of that thing? Not what I thought we'd find. I've been so preoccupied trying to get that pod open, but I don't think I could ever have expected whatever it was. I don't think anyone would. I suppose so. What are our next steps? Firstly, you need to let HQ know just in case anything happens. After that, we document all of this, every step. Then, I'm not sure. We should run some tests, see what we're dealing with. I agree. The more we know what we're dealing with, the better. My thoughts exactly. Anything I can do to help you? Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. You go make the call. I'm sure they'll be over the moon to hear about some actual results from us. Alright, let's go call them, I suppose. I like Jorge's design a lot. Yawn. The once so impressive HF Boone 34 you've grown so familiar with over the past few months now seems weathered, weak, and old. Behind it trails a long, rubbery tail, and next to the machine, a stack of notes are held in place by a paperweight. The cable lies heavy on the ground, covered with dust. Tracing it along the ground leads your gaze to the now wind-whipped solar panels you and Jorge set up a long time ago. It'll take more than a scorching sun and a couple of dust storms to dig through vulcanized rubber. It should last for at least another lifetime. Great, I'll pass it down to my children then. Check the notes. Bundle of yellowed notes is stacked and weighed down as neatly as can be. You wrote some of them, Jorge some others. Another few still were written ages ago, it seems now, by someone whose name you don't recall. Go through Jorge's notes. Many of the pages are simply numbers and doodles, but you sort through to find a few that pique your interest. 89.45. You recognize the numbers of frequency, but not for whom and what. Below is a doodle of a heart, and the bottom of the note reads, P.S. Eli, if you're reading this, mind your own business. Pretend you didn't read that. August 1st, first contact, series of pods with numbers, metallic cover and casing, advice on how to proceed, ask for magazines or fucking anything. Greater context of the note is missing, but it reads, high chance of radiation, use no corrosives, if need force, careful with the pods, nitrile gloves only. The wind is picked up and would most certainly blow away the papers if not for the weight of holding them down. You draw a happy face on one of the notes. I always knew we'd strike gold sooner or later. Write something in the notes. August 14th, major discovery, radioing HQ. 89.45. Grit grinds between the aluminum frame and the plastic dial as you begin to turn it. The dial itself is loosened slightly, having been gnawed at by the arid wasteland surrounding you. Instinctively, you recall HQ's frequency. Static hisses for a good minute, after which distortions begin coming through in waves. Try as you might, you can't make out anything through the noise. Dial 94.6. All required is a slight twist of the wrist and the dial rotates its usual orientation. Hissing builds up, and soon enough a melodic beep whistles through the treble-heavy speakers. That's your cue. HQ, this is Eli of Dig Site 6. Come in, HQ. We've got something to report. Over. This is HQ. We read you loud and clear. What's your status? Over. We've found something. Copy that. Site 06, please describe the finding. We found some sort of artifact, very responsive to stimuli, possibly organic in matter. HQ, do you read me? Does it appear to be sentient? I don't think so. Are you sure? Not yet. We're only in the early phases of testing. Stand by for further instructions. Over and out. Copy that. All right. Hey, we finished the first act. Interesting. Cool. I wonder what that means. So we got two things with him. We only got one thing with Clarissa. We got one thing with Howard. And we really fucked up with Renee. Clarissa Bloodworth, age 17, The Church of the Shepherd. Oh, her grandpa died. I like that lion. Many times my congregation has asked me, what is the greatest teaching of the shepherd, Father? Each time I give them the same answer. Rebirth, I say. That which once was old will be young. That which was frail will be strong. That which was dying will live. But I tell them, it will not be life as they know it. No nights nor days, nor rain or storms. No streets nor houses. Nothing fun at all, in fact. A dance eternal, so that we, like he did, may walk through the green hills, fly through the blue sky, and dive in the deep sea. Such is the path of the shepherd, such is the path of the flame. Clarence Bloodworth was a steadfast pillar of the city. All who knew him would say so. A man most reliable, unwaveringly he offered advice, and tirelessly he saw to the work that needed doing. No, the best part of you was your sense of humor. It takes a certain kind to grow so influential and so respected, while remaining as modest as he did. He knew my herd, that the blood of the shepherd came first. Family came first, not the apes. A strong man is he who knows his place in the herd, and none were stronger than Clarence. I'll do you proud, I promise. Today, Clarence Bloodworth, in the presence of your loved ones, we shall burn your remains. Today we shall set you free. May the flame of the shepherd release you. That you may tread on green hills. Soar in the blue sky. And dive in a deep and boundless sea. We thank you, Shepherd, and we thank you, O great apes, who in his absence spread his word and will. Our faith is our flame, our light and our warmth. Thank you. It's interesting. I don't remember the specifics, but I vaguely remember maybe the first game implying that humans existed in this planet before this radiation, and then now animals have taken over, and that's why the world is the way it is. I like that as like a setting idea. Father Yosef. Ah, Clarissa, my child, my condolences on your loss. Your grandfather was a good man. What does the shepherd tell us about death? Many things, my child, but more than anything, it is a passing from this realm to the next. It is an embrace of the promise the shepherd has given us. And what is that promise exactly? He will lead us into light always. All he asks is that we follow his commandments, and once we pass, we will pass into the great divine with him as our shepherd. And how do we know we can trust him? We are children of his design, Clarissa. There is none greater, no higher being. But he does not force us to follow, not at all. It's up to each and all of us to accept his promise and give ourselves to his judgment. That's why they call it faith, my child. Right. Can I ask you something else? Yes? I'll leave you to it, Father. I don't recognize any of these people. I wonder if even Grandpa would have. And they beheld from within the summoned a great flame, a heart ablaze with righteous wisdom and fury, and they knew, and they yielded to him. It's an apple up there. I keep thinking that the flame in this question is like an atomic bomb. She's just a dumb kid, nothing to worry about. Shut your face, she's coming. Sorry for your loss, Clarissa. But he offered them light, a path eternal and a great beyond. Come, spoke the shepherd, this is all I ask, or all I shall bequeath you, and my one ask is that you follow. 2 loons per candle, of course. Wouldn't be a church if they weren't making a profit. They're Canadian. So yeah, I think this world is one that takes place after a human war destroys everything and the animals eventually mutate to become, you know, people. The altar is lined on all sides by flowers, gifts, and letters of condolence. At the center, rising above everything else, lies the white-clad body of Clarence Bloodworth, your grandfather. Hey. Your eyes fixate on his. Even now, still and lifeless, they seem warm and reassuring, a faded presence of which you're just now becoming painfully aware. Look at this scar-looking motherfucker. Literally, like, deeply recognizable as Scar from The Lion King in a lot of ways. I think he's actually a fox, but still. And in the apes he saw wisdom, their knowledge, and their piety, and so he anointed them with will and command as his foremost followers for all others to bow to. Interesting. Furthermore, I believe that we owed... hello, Miss Bloodworth. Our condolences. Now, if you would excuse us. You're blocking the path. Could you please move? One thing at a time. Don't rush us, child. Rush you? I'm asking you to step aside for a moment, please. Shush! Children these days, I swear, and in a church of all places. Sorry, of course, I'll just slide right past you. Don't push and shove, child. We're discussing important things. Now, where was I? In regards to the properties and the tops, we'll have to... Please, just move aside. I'm trying to get past you. All right, so we have something we need to do here then, clearly. We read all the scripture. Maybe we can talk to the pastor again. I love the parallax scrolling on those hands. All right. What does shepherd mean exactly? Where does that word come from? Ah, it's an old word for leader, my child. But not just that, a shepherd is one who knows the path, the one true way forward, and is able to rally others and lead them. Incorrect. A shepherd is not an old word for leader. It is a word for a sheep herder. So a guide. Yes, precisely. I'm glad to hear you take an interest in the scripture, Clarissa, even if mostly etymological. Sure. Can I ask you something else? Nope. Maybe I just have to leave out this door? I can't. Okay, then what am I supposed to interact with? This is kind of difficult. Can't talk to anyone there. The bears don't want to talk to me. Is that a hyena right there, right in front of me? Look at that. Dark snout. Hand face. Looks a little bit hyena-ish to me. A maelstrom of emotion swells up as you approach the altar. Seeing his body up close is difficult in many ways. None of these people cared. I want to make them leave. There's no answer. The sun begins to seep through the stained glass windows, and the altar almost appears like a podium. That's your spot, Grandpa. Can't take your place. No one can. The emptiness of the altar emits a sense of energy, almost as if it's beckoning you to fill the void. Maybe this is the way to go after all. You take a few uncertain steps until you find your stride and place yourself in a speaking position. One or two people steal a glance at you, but their attention quickly fades. Ahem. Listen up, people. A growing number of faces turn towards you. They mostly regard you with confusion, while some appear to take offense. Thank you all for coming. I'm sure my grandfather would have been happy to have you all here. The crowd moves almost as one, but you spot a few heads nodding in agreement. More people seem to begin listening to your speech. It has been good to see my grandfather receive the respect he deserved even in death. Solemn nod spreads across the sea of faces. Most seem to agree, but a few are still unsure of what you're trying to say. If you were, in fact, personally invited, you know what's next. A scoff emerges from the crowd, and many of the guests present their invites to each other. Some, however, do not and instead pass you angry glances. That is all. Now, fuck off. As you finish your speech, a flustered cacophony of voices begins to grow before fading out into the streets. Clarissa, I like to make it clear to you that I, along with the ministry, decide when the service is over. I understand that this is a difficult occasion for you, but you can't simply proclaim these things as you choose. Seems to me like I can. I mean to say it isn't appropriate. Please refrain from doing so in the future. Does that sound reasonable to you? No, not at all. Goodbye, Father. Apollo is here. He says, what is this? This is Tales. It is the prequel to Backbone. It is a point-and-click adventure game. Uncle Clements. I see you're wasting no time asserting yourself, Clarissa. These people don't care about him anyway. They were in my way. I see. I know, Clarissa. I do too. Can we leave? I can't stand all these people pretending to care. They care, Clarissa, just not in the same way you and I do. The way family does. Your grandfather was important enough to make great apes pay attention. No, They care about what he represented more than who he was. We both know family can mean very different things, Clemens. They're playing it up now, but in a few days they'll act like he never existed. It's not fair. Not much is fair, Clarissa. How are you dealing with all of this? I don't know if I'm dealing with all of this change. Not just yet, anyway. You should take some time for yourself. Ha! If only it were as easy as you make it sound. No, Clarissa. Myself and the family are synonymous. What the family does, I do. That's how it's always been. So what's going to happen now? Well, your father is going to be in charge, which means a whole new set of palms to grease and a score of opportunists that will need to be pacified. Don't they have any respect? Not like they used to. In the old days, respect was paramount. Now it's starting to become performative. Is that how it's going to be from now on? Grandpa's gone and life just turns into this? It's not so bad, Clarissa. It's far from an easy life, but then again, what easy life is worth living? I don't want an easy life. I just want a life of my own. I understand that. I hope by the shepherd that one day you'll have that choice, and I hope Carlo will make sure of it. Come on, I'll get the car ready. Take your time and meet me outside. I'll drive you to the reception. Alright, if we walk this way, I want to see if maybe we can talk to a different NPC, like if her dad is waiting in the corner or something, but my guess is he won't be. I hope you don't mind that I called an end to the funeral. You suddenly feel eyes on you, as if the entire room is staring. You turn briefly to look. No one returns your gaze. I feel alone here without you. There's that feeling again, stares pointed like spears towards you, like a phalanx of eyes scraping your back. In front of you, however, there's nothing. Even your grandfather's portrait now seems like nothing more than paper and ink. Grandpa? You turn again to see the church begin to clear out. Somewhere in the back, you spot a familiar face looking back at you like a lit beacon in a sea of strangers. It's a warm and friendly face, and not your father's. Grandpa? The words feel heavy and loud as they pass your lips. There is no response. So it's interesting. It's really setting up with all of these moments here that there are really divergent paths, which would be really cool because the original Backbone had like almost none of that from what I remember. It was pretty staunch and just one path all the way through. Kind of reminds me as well, it feels like they took a little bit of inspiration from Norco. With the way that everything is laid out, the way it all looks, and how dialogue progresses and stuff. Because as Baz in the chat says, it does feel a little bit even more like a visual novel than the first one did. The first one really felt like a point-and-click adventure game. I hate how ridiculous I look in this thing. Can't wait to get it off. There we go. So beautiful. This pixel art mixed with the bell reminds me of the opening of Valkyrie Profile. Arlo. Who are these guys? I don't think I've seen any of these guys before. They're certainly not dressed for a funeral. Looks like that one has a gun holster. Dang. Who cares if they don't want us pushing on their streets? The money we can pull in Gastown is worth more than all the favors the old man was able to eke out of Thaddeus and the rest of his rich friends. Dad? The old man wanted to be loved by those manor-born so bad he was willing to leave money on the table. And let me tell you, boys, that cash is stacked. Dad. From now on, no territories off limits. You tell the other earners that we... Clarissa! What did I tell you about sneaking up on me like this? Keep going. Pretend I'm not here. Better yet, don't be here. Now beat it. I want to listen. I'm not going to tell you twice. Don't test my patience, Clarissa. I have some ideas about your next move. Write it in your diary, then. Men are talking. I can make this business stronger. That's very cute, Clarissa, but start with a lemonade stand, then work your way up. You're thinking too small. Thinking too? Listen here, you brat. I'm about to double our territory. Of course you wouldn't understand that. What territory? The streets? Why not aim higher? Gastown, the apes. Boys, are you hearing this? Little Clarissa Bloodworth thinks we should be going after apes. Go on then. How do you propose that's gonna happen? Take it to them directly. Are you kidding me? Want me to turn our guys into what? Fucking delivery boys? Maybe we can throw a paper route into the mix, double our income. A delivery company would be a good front and a good idea. No wonder you haven't thought about it. That's it. You listen to me, you little shit. I'm the boss of this family. I am the Bloodworths. When I say ghost, I'm going to give you one last chance. Do you hear me? What? Don't test me, Clarissa. I'm dead serious. Here. Now here's what happens next. You're going to take a deep breath, and you're going to look me in the eye, and then you're going to say, I'm sorry, Daddy. I don't know what came over me. You're going to mean it. Capiche? There you go. And what do we say? What? Clarissa, I'm doing you a kindness here. Do not push me. Go on. I'm sorry, Daddy. Fine, I'm sorry. Careful, Clarissa. You do not want to see my bad side. But I can't just sit by and watch you fuck up Grandpa's legacy. See what you made me do? Learn your fucking place, Clarissa. I'm through playing nice. You may be running things now, but someday that will change. What? Shepard, you're being a brat. Now get the fuck out of here before I really show you what's what. Alright, let's see. I saw what happened. Come on, kid, let's get going. Interesting. This is already doing like a little bit more kind of unique stuff than damn it, how did I not? Maybe I assume this one is not confront him. I'm wondering though, you know, this is already doing more interesting things than the original Backbone did. I'm curious. I want to see a full-length game in this style. Like, I wanted Backbone to be so much more like this than Backbone was. And while Backbone was really great for what it was, it really just felt like the first act in a story. And I don't mean that in like a there's going to be sequels way. I mean that in a literally the game cut to the credits and I thought I was on a loading screen because I did not realize the game ended. Like it did not set up an end at all. So it's so interesting to go back in time then and see this and get to spend more time with these particular characters that really just don't get fleshed out at all. They basically were just barely introduced in Backbone, and then this is their story. Howard Lotor, second year university dorms. Him and Larry living life. Sad knowing what happens to Larry. What is this music? Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're telling me that you've never heard of the Cuddle Boys? I never said I hadn't heard of them, just never listened to them. You're way overdue, man. The Cuddle Boys are probably the best band out there right now. They're working on their 4th album now, and they just keep getting better and better. If you say so, man. What else do you have? I mean, I've got other stuff too, if you really don't like them. It's not a massive collection by any metric, but I feel like I've got a pretty good mix going. You only have one Cuddle Boys album? So far, man. Albums aren't exactly cheap, you know? Worked my ass off to scrounge up money for the few I have. Got any new stuff? Experimental stuff? Like weird jazz kind of stuff? I don't really vibe with the avant-garde stuff, but I've got a smooth Niki album, and that's pretty chill. Sounds good to me. Go on then, go put it on. Fuck yeah, I will. I like that little poster back there. It's cute. Okay, so this is the same dorm room. All right, what are these? All right. Tony Rue. Yo, hold on. Tony Rue slaps. Smooth Nikki. All right, this is pretty smooth stuff. Luna Hong, Hurtful Nothings. What's this? Let's listen to these a little bit. I like this. This is the kind of vibe that I'm into. Like, I like this kind of smooth, sad jazz stuff. Ooh, that's the good stuff. We like this. This is some lo-fi hip-hop beats to sleep, study, and relax to right here. Let's listen to Tony Rue real quick. I wanna see what he sounds like. Kind of funky. All right, let's put Smooth and Nikki back on. Slipping all over the place. Nice call, Howie. Perfect chilling music. Just something to vibe to while we talk about stuff. You recommended it, man. What can I say? I've got good taste. You'll see, man. When we get out of here, I'll show you. There's so much stuff I want to see. I know you're gonna love it as well. When we get out of here? Yeah, man, when this is all over. University, I mean. When we leave and when life begins. Shit, I don't want to think about that yet. Just let me enjoy life now, Larry. Yeah? I don't know, dude. I find myself dreaming of what can be, what will be. Purpose, being. You, me, and a huge fucking record player in a loft apartment in Yaletown. Just you and me.
Yeah.
Just? We're the dynamic duo, Howie. Sure, we'll hang out with other people, but I'm counting on you to be around and always have my back, man. Of course, man.
Huh?
Besides, you need me around. You'd be lost without me, and you sure as shit aren't getting laid without me wingmanning your ass, you loser. As if you're much better, loser. I don't care about that stuff, remember? I know you do, though. You go through crushes faster than you do rolls of film. I just, need some practice. Yeah, not in the mirror, but through actual experience. Getting out there, faking it until you make it. To do what? Reconnaissance? Look, here's an idea. I propose a bet. Let me guess. You want to bet on how awful I am at flirting? Bingo. Called it. What are the terms?
Yeah.
You head out into the hallway. You find someone you like and flirt. That's all. You do good, you win. You do poorly, you lose. Deal? Sure, dude. Sounds fun. Sweet. All right, man. No time to lose, and don't stress out too much. Wish me luck, dude. Room 303. Couldn't ask for better dorm neighbors than Freya and Liv. she looks like a porcupine. You know, now that I've actually got it in my hands, it feels a lot different than I thought it would. Oh yeah? In what way? It just feels, I don't know, worth it. Even if I'm the only one who'll ever read it. Well, your professor clearly read it. You literally couldn't have scored any higher. I'm proud of you. Pfft. I couldn't have done this without your help. It was all just dry text before you came in with your graphic design skills and spiced it up. I mean, I don't doubt that helped. Come to think of it, that's probably what really sealed the deal. Maybe this is my success after all. I truly am amazing. I love you. Niles, Wisconsin.
Oh, hey.
Howie, hey, what's the haps? Not much, how about you? Me? I'm just going over some building regulations, keeping things in check, making sure everything and everyone's all right. You know, just Wisconsin stuff. I'm not sure I do know. Can you explain Wisconsin stuff?
Yeah.
You know, just looking after the dorm, making sure you kids stay out of trouble. I don't know why I said that. I'm the same age as you. Please don't think I'm old. You're adorable, Wisconsin. Me? No, what? Huh? I'm just messing with you, you cutie. Uh-huh. Anything else I can help you with? See you later, Wisconsin. Do I want to flirt with Wisconsin or Niles here? Howard. You can just say hi, Niles, or hello, anything. Probably, yes. So, have you been listening in on the music we've been playing? I heard you guys switched albums, artists even. And you have thoughts on it, don't you? Smooth Nicky? Really? I didn't take you for the sort. I suppose it's decent background music. I just like chillin', man. You should try it. Music isn't background noise, it's art. Any so-called music that's made to be background ambiance is just that, nothing more. Wow, yeah, that makes sense. Yep. What do you make of the university? Underfunded, overcrowded, we're a cultural talking point in a ticked box on an informational pamphlet used to impress people. That's what I think. Same, but it doesn't diminish the work we do. Of course not. If anything, it makes us more aware of the impact we have as individuals and the gravity of our personal expression. So we make art despite this place, not because of it. Yes, there's no money or care going into our programs. Our faculty is here because it looks good on paper to have a cultural institution within the university. That's it. And I'm just here because I want to make art. Of course you do. You just haven't realized why yet. Elaborate on that. No. So dark and brooding and mysterious. Hope that works out for you, man. Yep. We never talked much. What's your deal, Niles? My deal? Staying true and making real art? You don't strike me as a painter or sculptor, though. You do design, right? Graphic design. Sharp observation, Howard. You like it? Define like. Do you enjoy doing it? Sure. And what's enjoyable about it? Design is inherently primal. It's a natural language that speaks directly to instinct. It's bypassing verbal tradition and going into the realm of deeper signals and symbols. So you enjoy the psychological aspect? Yes, it's like sanding something down to its core, its purest essence. Without notions, you have to understand people to reach the point. So, clarity through understanding. Yes, you have to study it to see it. Literally everything you see has a design to it. Everything has a bias and a purpose. There's no neutrality, nothing is vanilla. Aw, I like vanilla. And that's why you don't do design, I presume? I'll be right back, Niles. I want to see if I can go flirt with Larry. I wonder if this is possible. I just don't want it to like end the interaction.
Hey.
I can flirt with Larry. Why bother? Everything I want is right here. Howie, what exactly are you trying to do here? Wink suggestively. Oh wow, you're actually serious. Well, that's flattering, I guess, but I'm just not into that at all. Thought you knew as much. You're not into relationships? Not romantic ones, no, or sexual ones, really. That sounds kind of nice, actually. Makes sense. Either way, I'm getting the feeling you're hanging around like this because you're afraid of going out there and getting rejected. How about we do a bit of workshopping so you know what you're getting into? That'd be great.
Hey.
Okay, well, I'd say the approach you take all comes down to the individual. Who do you want to flirt with? Who's your type? Let's see. They're not out there, they're in here. Let's say Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, as in the RA? Man, I did not expect that, but sure, fair enough. Let's start with you telling me what you like about him. He's so hot. He's very enthusiastic. Too enthusiastic if you ask me, but that's what you're into. Just try to match his enthusiasm and don't do anything to make him feel self-conscious. Keep it light, keep it nice. Make sense? Totally.
Yeah.
All right, dude, enough stalling. Time for you to get out there and put on the charm. Oh, it's already on.
Yo.
It's a bummer I couldn't smash Larry, but I guess we'll woo Wisconsin over. Why not?
Hey.
So, Wisconsin, Wissy, how's it going? Wissy, did you just give me a nickname? Maybe I did. Wow, I just never had a nickname before. Wissy, that's, I like that. Well, Wiss, you never told me how it's going.
Yes.
Not much to tell. I'm doing A-okay, just keeping track of things. Trying to stay on top of things, you know? Just doing my best. Love a guy who stays on top of things. If you ever want any help, you know where my dorm is. Oh yeah, sure, we could, like, organize sheets together. That sounds great, I'd love to. Awesome, I'll let you know. Next time I need some filing done, I'll come running. Awesome.
Hi.
How about you, Howard? How are you doing? Just hanging out with you, man. I like you. Yeah? You mean that? I was just thinking that same thing, actually. I think you're a pretty cool guy too, Howard. We should hang out more, man. Yeah? I mean, that'd be nice, if you have time. And if I have time, I guess. I don't really feel like I get many moments to myself nowadays. Don't worry, man. I'll help you relax.
Hiyo.
So, how come you're so talkative today? I couldn't resist your juicy charms. My juicy what now? Don't pretend you don't know, Wiss. You've got cake. I'm saying you're hot, Wisconsin. Oh, thank you. That, yeah, you too. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Oh yeah, I should probably get back to work. I suppose lots of, notes to take. Yep. You seem to have awoken something in Wisconsin. That's good. Oh, and Howard, you're being really charming today, like really charismatic. Yeah? Nice. Yeah, really, really nice, huh?
Hiya.
You're back. What's up, Howie? I'm still kind of working here, but if you want to hang out, I won't say no. Want to talk to you about earlier, Wisconsin. Nothing. I'll see you around, okay? That's fun. I noticed you were flirting with Wisconsin over there. Can't say I'm surprised. Maybe a little jealous, too? Probably, yes. So you have been listening in on the music we've been playing. Oh, okay. Oh, this is the same thing.
Okay.
Same conversation I had. Raph said smash that ham-ussy, apparently.
Oh, man.
And he's back. So, how'd it go? Did you find anyone? Well, I ended up flirting with Wisconsin. Wisconsin, you really went and flirted with the RA. The cute RA, you mean? Really, Wisconsin. I got a type. And how did it go? Easily. Wisconsin was intrigued, to say the least. Was it that much of a challenge, though? You underestimate how smooth I am. That much is certain, but a bet's a bet, man. I stand corrected. I guess you are smoother than you look, you nerd. Who would have thought, huh? All right, me. Yeah, play it up, nerd. You better take your victories when you can get them. You saying you want a rematch? I'm saying that either way. I guess you don't need my sagely advice after all. Not right now anyway, and that's fine. Your loss, loser. Another point for Howard, that's all. Sure, that'll bump your score up from 0 to something like 3, so the score would be like 342. I'll accept that. Let me ask you this, were you expecting it to go as well as it did? The flirting stuff? Just messing with you mostly. I also, well, I want you to be okay, dude. I want you to do the things you want to do, you know? So you're my friend regardless of my opinion. Exactly fucking right. Sorry, dude, you don't get a say in it. You're getting sappy. I mean, I've had a bunch of beers, like I've had 3 by now, but that doesn't mean I don't mean it. 3 beers? Holy shit, dude, you're a machine. You've almost had 3 too, Howie. We're beer bros now. And yet you think you can outdrink me. Watch me, loser. You couldn't stop me if you tried. Sweet, pass me another beer, man. Well, we're out of stuff to drink, man. Only one thing left to do. Kissing cute boys, fuck yeah. No, getting more beer. Oh, getting more beer, fuck yeah. That's right, come on, dude. There's a guy I want to meet on the way. Sells cigs for cheap and has a bunch of other stuff too. Like beer?
Huh?
No, like smoking stuff. Like drugs? Yeah, but you know, soft drugs, chill drugs, grass, no hard shit. As long as it isn't the hard stuff, bro. Don't stress out about it. I don't touch that stuff, and I know you wouldn't either. Alright, cool. Let's go. Nice. You flirted with Wisconsin, your resident assistant, and you held your own, charming your way all the way through your conversation. That's what we call victory, my friends. That's how you charm yourself right into someone's bedroom. I really like Larry and Howie's relationship. It's really sad the direction that it goes in the main game. I'm just going to be making Renee like the most comedically terrible investigator because I have the worst short-term memory of all time.